Hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for Dark Souls 2. Now, for anyone who followed my first Dark Souls LP, you'll probably know how this is going to go. For those of you that didn't, basically what's going to happen is, in each video, before it gets done, except for this one, obviously, I will announce where I'm going to be, what soul level I'm at, and in this case, what soul memory I'm at, which is something I'll explain later for anyone new to this. And so anyone can actually invade my game, or can join me and try and do co-op with me as well. So that's how this is going to go after this set. Now, I asked you all to pick a class for Lady Kukoskia. Now, basically, Lady Kukoskia is going to be a deprived, it seems, because you're all a lot of bastards. There wasn't any particular flavour of deprived that people wanted, so I can make my own. Some people said melee, some people said sorcery. I'm going to do something different. I might make a deprived. We'll do, like, punching, or, like, using the Cestus punchy glove things, and go from there. I'm not entirely certain yet, and worst comes to worst, I can always redo with the soul vessel, so that's what I think I'm going to do with that. So, without further ado, should we get started?
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
Well, well. I like that intro, actually. I think it works slightly better than Dark Souls ones. It gives you a bit more of a rough setting to expect. Though bizarrely, this next bit is really strange. I don't understand why they don't start you at the character creation, instead dropping you with sort of a character you haven't made as such, I suppose. I get the idea is that you're covered in a coat and you look kind of crispy, so that you won't recognise what character you make yet, but still. Durf, what's going on? So yeah, we are in, as you probably guessed, the Kingdom of Drang Lake. Which is kind of nice, actually. It's barring the crippling monsters and horrific baddies. And oh, look at all these people! Hello everyone. Anyway, have a lot to my name. We do, of course, have the DLC weapons, which we won't have access to yet. Again, bizarrely, the game starts off as a dude, which, of course, Lady Kokoska is not. So we'll have to fix that in a minute. Now, because I'm deprived, I probably won't even start in my clothes. I assume that's how it works, just take something off you, but we will find out in a second. There's a couple of things to explore around here, not anything I really care about as of yet, though. Graphically, the game's quite nice. I'd say it's an improvement on the first Dark Souls by quite a stretch. And this PC port really does run well. This is straight out of the box. I haven't even done any changes to it. It looks pretty nice. Hello, ladies.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse.
It's not very nice, is it? And you just came in to say hello.
It's an undead.
Oh, give that girl a coconut.
An undead has come to play.
Well, probably still look fresher face than you do, lady.
They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
That I did. She told me a story and I had to come here. It's the rules, apparently.
You're finished.
Oh,
You'll
well.
go hollow.
Well, hopefully not. That's what I'm trying to avoid, really.
Yes. You'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men. Feast upon their souls.
Well, ideally, I won't be feasting upon souls.
This is the fate of the cursed.
Well, if you gave me a chance to speak, we could probably arrange things, yeah. No, just laugh at the visitor, that's
What
fine.
is your name?
Now that we do know. Of course. Name would be... Oops. Lady Kokoskia. Oops. It would be if I could type the keyboard, probably. Doink! Yes, we're very sure that is the name.
At least you know your own name.
That's very true.
Here's your reward for sharing.
Oh, thank you. What do I get? A coconut?
It's a human effigy.
Some goddamn effigery.
Take a closer look.
Now, these...
I think it's supposed to be.
These are the new humanity items, if you like. Humanity's gone.
Deep into your past.
And what we're left with is these.
Yes. It's an effigy of you.
Oh, sweet! I look like, I don't know, some kind of woody creation. Now, this is where we get to make our dude, or dudette in this case, so let's change that over. Since Lady Kokoska is a lady! Now, I know a bit of a fiddle, and just make a fairly generic looking person, since we won't be really paying that much attention to how they look initially. However, the class is where we were at. You had all these choices, and deprived was ended up what you wanted to be, which is, I don't know, we end up in the bra and panties, because that's all we wear. People said they weren't too clear on the gift, so I decided to take a petrified something, just because it's useful. Everything else has its, like, a few useful things, but generally I found the petrified something a bit better than everything else, which I'll explain later. Now, I'm going to quickly make some changes to the face and whatnot, and hair, and I will show you the finished product in just a second. So, this is how Lady Kokoskia's ended up. We've got a nice sort of blondie kind of ginger colour look for Lady Kokoskia, and some blue eyes. Not really modelled after anything, it's just sort of I pissed around with, really, and roughly. I was trying to remember what the old one looked like, really, but couldn't remember, so this is what I came up with. So, that's what we're doing. This is our true self. That's about as true self as going to get.
All people come here for the same reason.
Is that the coconuts?
To break the curse.
Oh, right, of course, the curse.
You're no different, I should think.
Well, I might do something different. Spite you.
Doesn't stand a chance.
Promising.
Well, you never know.
I like you better than the other one. Oh wait, she's laughing too. You know, it's nice kind of to be hospitable towards your guests. You know, like they turn up so they don't, like, I don't know, come back and axe murder you.
And trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls.
Souls plural?
They're all that keep you from going hollow.
Luckily, I'm chosen undead Mark II, so.
I'll fool you no longer.
Oh, alright
You
then.
lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
I don't know why that's funny. Do you find my situation funny? 'Cause I don't really, actually. I find my situation quite troubling. Thank you, old ladies. I appreciate that. And your hard work at trying to be an asshole. All of you, assholes. Alright. Ah, yes, we get all this crap that we're not going to use because we're deprived. Anyway, so first things first, we're going to mug them because, well, fuck them. So, let's see what shit you've got I can use. A human effigy. Excellent. Yes, I know it's effigy, don't worry. So, now, like I said, human effigies are basically the humanity equivalent of this game. And actually, there is one thing I wonder if we can do. Like, these are the weapons you get for the DLC, none of which I particularly want to use, none of which we can use since we don't have the stats for it. But what we can do is something a little bit sneaky. Now, there's a ring to be had, but it does require a little bit of finesse and luck, and not getting killed, which doesn't massively matter, but ideally I wouldn't want to be killed and lose my first human effigy, and I've gone the wrong way. It's over here. Basically, we go through here, and look at the very large footprints of a genuinely excitable monster. Of course, we can run around him and grab the ring, I think, but where's the fun in that? How much damage did my punching do? Not a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna run around him quickly then. Yoink. Ow. Ah, I've got to actually kill him for the item. That's unfortunate. Actually, I didn't think I did. And I don't have any goodies to do it with yet. Alright, that's something I'll have to come back to later. There's a couple of those baddies here in the area. They're not actually that bad to deal with once you've got a weapon. Item down there to pick up. Right, anyway, where were we? We were starting our adventure. That's what we were doing. And because I'm deprived, miserable bastards, I'm going to have to do this the difficult way. On the plus side, my fists don't have any durability rating, so I can punch to my heart's content. Nor do they use a lot of stamina up. Can I not even break that? Can I really not even break that? There we go. Right. I have to basically use what I can find as a weapon. So, I'm not counting the DLC shit, which I will put into storage as soon as I can. In fact, I might actually be able to already. Okay, things to explain. What was I explaining? Yes, the... let's go through quickly. Right. Things on quick slot. As you notice, we have no Estus flasks, and we start with a couple of items. A Bone of Order, which means if I disconnect a lot in multiplayer games, like if I get invaded and disconnect, eventually you get put on like a evil list. And you use this once to restore your name off that evil list. Once it's on that list, it doesn't come off for that character, which means you'll have a lot more trouble getting games. So, thing to be aware of. The Dark Sign, usual shit. You lose all your souls. It doesn't kill you this time, though. You stay human. Quiet, you. A human effigy, and petrify something, which I'll go through in a second. So, and I do have the DLC stuff, which again, like I said, we are not using. Right then, onwards. So, as before, fog gates are fog gates. Whoosh. But this game does run better. Unfortunately, it doesn't run in perfect 60 because I'm recording, but... this isn't going to be too difficult, really. I mean, we can punch men. As long as we don't get caught out, we should be fine. Now, with any luck, some asshole will drop us a weapon at some point soon. These monolith sort of stone looks are the controls. So, I mean, you probably know the controls by now. The Dark Souls controls are exactly the same as they were before, barring one nice change, which will get you killed at least once while you try it. Which is the ladder controls. I know, haha, Halloween and ladders, but it actually happened. It actually happened. I did go down my first ladder and get done in, which was great. And I was not very happy about it. Because in Dark Souls 1, you would just... Oh my god, I just shoved my hand up his ass. That's bizarre. In Dark Souls 1, you of course push B, and you would slide down the ladder. In Dark Souls 2, if you push B, you do not slide down the ladder, you just drop, and it gets you killed. And you'll be very sour about it too. Now, the other voting... ow. The other votes that came across were... Number 2 was Swordsman, and number 3 was Sorcerer. Or Sorceress, in this case. But... Well, obviously, Deprived won. Now, I didn't do the counting either, so if you don't like the results, you can blame the actual real-life Kiko, because he's the one who did the counting for me, as did Carl, my other buddy. They gave me a hand with those. So, I didn't even have anything to do with the results. Oh, we out? Right. Dealing with you first, mate. Now, we gotta keep the other guy on our side there, so we can see him. She's there. Whoop. Unlike Dark Souls 1, you can actually quite easily get through this game without shields. A lot of the enemies have better tells, if not more aggressive attacks, which you'll see what I mean. Now, what we're doing here is basically the tutorial area. There's nothing out of the ordinary here, but it's good. You can pick up a few items along the way and some extra souls. What other changes are there I should probably make you all aware of? Oh, yes. You generally level up higher and quick. Oh, yes. You generally level up sort of quicker in this game than the other one as well. Now, these are the new crows. Silky and Smooth, I think their names are going to be. But anyway, this petrify something we picked up. We leave it here, and we get a goodie.
Ja, tot smooth. Yeah, silky smooth.
And we get a Channeler's Trident, which is reasonably rare, but not particularly useful to us.
Give it smooth.
Shut up! We don't have anything more to give them, so you can always come back here later to give them some more stuff if you really fancy it. Whoop! Soul of a Nameless Soldier, and we want to move on here. Alright, we go to the next area. Now, oddly enough, you can skip this completely if you don't want to do it. I'm going to show you the entire experience because, well, that's what I did last time, so I don't see a reason to change it. And there's no boss in the tutorial area, that unlike the what's-my-bobber. Trying to think what it's... Ow! Can't really block on it. Trying to think what it's called. The Asylum Demon. There's nothing like that here, so the only purpose of this area is to get some stuff if you really fancy it. Ooh! I hate doing that. Also, the jumping controls have changed slightly. Unlike running and tapping as you did before, you now push the stick in to jump. So, another nice little change to be aware of. Nice loincloths there, Kiko. Looks good on you. Right, where are we at? Now it's going to teach you about dropping attacks, which I assume... we can still do. Nice. Right, we really don't want to be killed here so early, so let's be careful, shall we? Enemies will try and bum rush you more than one at a time, just like before, so... punch you harder. Tap in the face. I am kind of curious to see how well the sort of fist build will be, which one I'm going for. Which I think I'm going to go for is a punching people build, because it'd be quite fun to do, I think. I've played through this game both as melee and as ranged now. I did melee on the PS3 and I've done ranged on the PC. Haven't quite finished that one, but the sorcerer build is quite fun, actually. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're here, aren't we? Yes, indeed. We can see into the next area where we need to be. But first, we're going to heal up because, well, I don't particularly want to die. Right then, next area is a bit of a swine. I think I may have to skip a bit of it. There's a bit where you drop down and immediately have to land on it and have to deal with the dude. I just don't know if I'm going to have the health to keep that through. Ow, dick. Oh yeah, so we got a new feature here that's used like once or twice. Which is kicking a tree over, which is genuinely used like once or twice. It's really weird. Never mind. Stab. Now, this is where you can drop down on a baddie, but to be honest, the drop is so harsh that it gets you killed a fair whack at the time. So if we roll to somewhat drop the force off... Ow. Yep, I'm gonna die, sadly. Probably. Shit. That is a really bad bit of the tutorial area as well. It leads you to some item or other, but not massively necessary. Hooray, first death. I don't know what they were going for there, because what they've done is they've turned the full damage up a little bit higher. Oh yeah, we're nice and grizzly now. Oh yeah, which we're not going to stay as for long, by the way. Cool. Now, that's basically all we need from the area anyway, so I'm not going to go any further. And I shouldn't have done, actually. That was a bit silly of me. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, they put the full damage up, which is somewhat problematic in certain areas, actually. You need to get a ring to mean that the full damage is more like Dark Souls 1's full damage, which is kind of irritating, but there you go. Now, there's a couple more areas and things to do in Things Betwixt, which is the area we're in. Things Betwixt. However, not particularly worried about it. Be wary of enemy. Quite something ahead, therefore chance. Good luck, etc. So, I feel... Play dead. I feel as, you know, we've gotten to this nice area. We should, hurrah. What should we do? Hurrah for... Let's see. Hurrah for gorgeous view. There we go. We've marked our place in the world. We can prove that we're here. And we arrive in Medulla, which is a nice place. It's our central hub. This is the Firelink Shrine of the game. This is the nexus of the game. So this is where we're going to be basically doing all our shindigs. Divine Blessing. Yoink. Now, we got a couple of important things to do here. First of all, let's have a little tour around town, shall we? On our left here is the main shop. By, I think it's Morglin, his name is.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and well, I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business.
Indeed he could. So, again, we can't really afford anything, but should we could. Oh, I lost all my souls, didn't I? I need to go back and get those then. So I'm going to have to do that section anyway. Anyway, we'll do this first. So, the only thing really of note in here is the fact there's a chest with some stuff in it. Now, Morlin gets more stock as you spend more money on him, and he also gets more arrogant, which is kind of weird. So yeah, that's Morlin anyway. Right, next of all is a place we can't go into yet, the mansion. It's locked. However, there is a nice little goodie here. Hooray, dead people! I always like that. Punch environment, receive dead man. Oh, down the back there, some killer pigs, which are, well, not particularly necessary. We have a nice cat here, called Shalaqua.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalaqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway?
Not a lot actually at the moment.
Oh, you smell wonderful.
Bloody cats. Now, the cat ring is the one I was talking about, which stops you taking lots of full damage. But basically we can't afford anything because we've got no souls. I'm broke. Boo. There is one more person of value to come see here, but first let's pick up an item. There we go. Life gems are the game's new healing item, which is these. Unlike Estus flasks, they will heal you up slowly over time, very slowly, as opposed to the big bursts that Estus tend to do. Now, this is the main bonfire. However, I got some souls to get, so do excuse me. Souls gained. Annoying man left behind. So, sorry about that. We don't have many souls, but point is they're mine. You know. Can't be leaving them behind now. So, instead, I'm going to take my anger on punching out ourselves. Okay, not much more to see here. We're just going to be heading back to Medulla now. Okay, another person we need to visit would be Lenegrast. This is the blacksmith of the game.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant, and now somebody's gone and locked the door.
Well, you could climb in through the window, or this other window, or anything, but no, apparently we need to open it. Yeah, so we need to waste some souls on the key. Well, it's not really a waste, I suppose. Now, another man to see. Some of you may recognise his voice actor as well. It's the Crestfallen Warrior.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent. The smell of irreversible fate. This is Medulla. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
Well, there you have it. Now, if you spam through his chat...
And like you, I lost everything. And now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all.
Well, that's unfortunate.
There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody. Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive. To walk this earth. That's the real curse, right? We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul. And a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now. Like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. It's yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Now, this is the first covenant we can join, the second being over there, which we're not doing. So, swing. This gives us a ring to put on. Whoop.
That is a wise decision. People are weak.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Now, what this one does is, if we wear this ring, if we get invaded in an area, in theory, what it will do is call in one of the Blue Sentinels to help us as well. Oh, nice, 23 million. So 16 million earlier. So, that's that, and that's quite handy as well. So, yes, that's the Crestfallen Warrior, and we've got onto our first Covenant. You can change Covenants as you wish in this one without any risk of sin, and you can rejoin them at the same rank you left them, which is always nice. And now this is our Maiden in Black. Well, this time it's the Emerald Herald.
Are you the next monarch?
I might be.
Or merely a pawn of fate?
Might be that too.
Bearer of the curse.
Hello.
I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Hooray, an Estus Flask.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
And we also, this is how we level up. In this game we don't do it at bonfires, we do it via her. So, right. And we also get 1 Estus Flask. Lovely.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery, for misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Yeah, so, apart from everyone being insulting us, she's probably the most helpful one.
Names are unutterable. The 4 endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
Okay, so the general idea, as you probably gathered from these last 2, is we need to kill 4 bosses that have the Great Souls, and then we are able to have an audience with the King.
Is that a shard you found?
Yes, it is.
Here, let me see it.
Thank you.
See light,
Yeah.
however faint.
Thank you. So we get that speech every time we do this, that's why I'm skipping it. Drink. Estus Flask shards even allow us to have 1 extra Estus Flask if you like. Now, we have literally no levels right now, so we can do 1 level out of this. We have 6 in every single stat, and we can choose a level in any way we deem fit. Now, I'm not going to worry about leveling just yet, because honestly, don't know what we need. One last thing to do is to light the bonfire. Boom! Again, this is our main bonfire. And let me show you. You can actually warp to any bonfire in the game from any bonfire. So, there is no wasted time, if you like. We can travel where we please, where we want to, when we want to, which is nice. And on the PC version, the load times are like all of 2 seconds. So, now, we're going to head to the first area, which is the forest, and see what we can do. I'm gonna try and get to the first boss today. I don't know whether I can or I'll make the set too long. So we'll have to see.